everyone, welcome to the Voice of Charon Healing Podcast. I am Almighty Servant Charon, here to let you know you are power, you are light, you are loved.
Hi everybody, I love you so much. Woo! You guys, I've given you short little messages the last two podcasts because I was working on other things. But I've had so much to tell you guys, so much that at this point right now, I don't even know where to start. But I think I will tell you about feelings, rage, justice, and love. The struggle to love, the struggle to control my emotions, the struggle for me to want correction. Now I was going to say vengeance, but correction, because if I wanted vengeance, I really would have said the things that I wanted to say yesterday, the things that I was feeling. I would have let it come out publicly to the world. Does that make sense? But it's still coming out publicly to the world now because I'm about to tell you, but you are not going to get it with the rage and the frustration and the, I want to say judgment, but not really judgment, the criticism that it was coming out as I was saying it loud without the microphone yesterday. Okay. Does that make sense? If not, just follow along. You guys, it's very important for us not to judge and not to criticize people. Well, not criticize. Yeah, we should criticize. We should have opinions and state things that aren't right. Even though we all are doing something that isn't right, we still have to speak up for things that are supremely not right. Does that make sense? So my frustration the other day was wanting justice. Tired of seeing how corrupt the world is. Tired of seeing how parents allow their kids to dance like hoes and sluts and for likes and all this stuff and don't even see the destruction in it, the tearing away in it, the pulling down into lower vibrational states and mentalities, the low vibrational programming that is doing to our kids, and not even like teenagers, but like the little babies. And people think it's so cute and it doesn't matter, but it does matter. Little children are literally being programmed to be hoes, to think that to be liked or are trending, they have to shake their ass in a certain way or portray some sort of sassy attitude in a certain way. And that makes them powerful. That's empowering for them. That's what they're being trained and programmed with. And the sad part about it is they're being programmed with this destructive, slutty ass, sell your soul, doing demonic shit ass rappers and artists. And oh my God, it's like clear to see from the words alone that the song is lower vibrational and of bullshit. And there's no filter for our children. When our children get out into this world, when they grow up, when they're teenagers, when they're in high school, when they're at school, you guys, they are going to be faced with even more drama, even more manipulation, even more trickery from the male species. Now, hold on. Yeah, there's a lot of... Woo! Don't get it twisted. I'm not blaming the male species right now, but I'm just talking about general things. Like even when you go back to the 50s and in the 60s and the 70s, when men were more polite to women, acting more polite to women, when women and ladies were dressed more appropriately, don't have anything above your knee and all this stuff and act like a lady, even when they were acting like ladies, even when they were trying to be class acts, the male species was still trying to get into their skirts, get into their underwear. with the mind manipulation, with I love you, with this, that. And after they did the I love you and the mind trickery and courting and all this stuff to get into the pants, you guys, they would go off into what you guys call the locker room, and they would laugh about how stupid the girl was because she fell for his tricks, and now she's a slut in the hole because he portrayed himself as love to her and she fell for it. Okay, now that was back then when girls weren't whatevering as sluts and holes, but now there's so much STDs and freaking AIDS. It wasn't around back then, but it is now. There's so many things that can hurt these girls, and because we are in a different state, time has progressed, lies have progressed, resources have progressed, mindsets have progressed, and I don't know if progress is the right word. Maybe I should say evolved, because it's actually digression. Lack of self-love, lack of awareness, lack of being able to stand up and not try to follow the crowd, lack of being able to be a strong role model, a strong parent, a strong guider for our children, a lack of having the strength to not have to try to fit in to be accepted by society. There's such a lack of being able to, I wish that people would have more strength to stand alone and stand in their power and teach their children and not let their children do these things. This was not the point I wanted to speak of right now, but what I'm saying, you guys, is there are so many pedophiles. Men used to go to the strip clubs. All these things that men in their lower self desire, the lust and the everything else that they go through, the molestation of the kids and all this. And what is happening right now, you guys? What's happening right now is you're giving these pedophiles, you're giving people who didn't even desire to be pedophiles the visuals of lust, a path of lust. You're allowing your child to be a pathway of lust, of desire, of, I can't wait to get that. Even the boys are looking like, when we get into school, I'm going to trick her, I'm going to manipulate her, I'm going to get that. The way that these girls are dancing like freaking hoes and showing their bodies like thirsty sluts, even if they aren't having sex, the energy, the spirit that is upon them that comes out of these songs, the intentions of these songs are of no good. So what makes you think that your child dancing like a shaking her ass and everything else, and this, what do you think that is? It's a spirit, you guys. And I must speak to mommies, because mommies, that spirit is upon you, and it has you so hard that you can't even see that you're literally pimping your children out for free visually on the screen. Their Pornhub is watching your children shake their ass and all this stuff. You don't understand. You think it's cute. You think it's a mini you. Yes, a mini you. But what is that? And now I'm going to speak to the ones that go to church on Sunday while their children are running on the beach with their asses out on Friday because they want likes or a brand deal. That is what the world is, and I'm not judging, but I'm just asking, maybe if you have children, if you have girls, what do they look like? Imagine yourself a single male. Imagine yourself a pedophile. Imagine yourself a sex trafficker. Imagine yourself a man, period. Even a man that is trying to be his best or whatever. When you see the spirit of lust, the spirit of lust is coming for you, is coming to attack you, is coming to trick you, is coming to drag you down, is coming to entrap your mind, is coming to fill your head with thoughts, is coming to make you have to fight your natural way of lust or love that is within all of us. Like even people who aren't desiring to look at a kid in that way, it's like thrown in their faces with every stroke because parents think that likes are more important than the what am I trying to say? The purity, the sanctity, I don't know what's saying, so don't quote me on that. The sacredness, the safety of their child. Don't look at my child unless if I had one. We're not doing that. I don't have one. Ah, gosh, but I have nieces and nephews. And they don't act that way. They love themselves. They respect themselves. And they, as kids, were saying, they're very smart, you guys. And our babies, our girls, our children, I love you very much, children. You shouldn't be hearing this, but I'm putting it up in the air. When you go to pray, when you're whatevering and you get hit with these thoughts, I pray that my thoughts of you, knowing that you are so special and you don't have to shake your ass and all this stuff or have a sassy attitude to be important. Your powers and the strength of your heart, the righteousness of your heart, and no one is completely righteous. Dear heart children, dear heart young girls, dear heart teenagers, dear heart adults, dear heart parents whose inner childs have not been healed, which is why this is happening so rampantly. And it's a brainwashing. I'm not judging you. It's a brainwashing. But I am saying maybe we should try to tap in and become aware. Maybe we should seek God directly more and stop letting these fake pastors who just want your money pacify you with things you want to hear to get you through the week so you can do whatever you want to do and then come in and feel like you're justified or you're cleansed of it, or maybe because you came that day, everything you did before doesn't matter. To make you think because you came there and worshipped that man that day more than God, that what you did before doesn't matter. Okay. That's enough. I love you guys. Okay? Everyone has some sort of sin in some sort of way where they are not righteous. My greatest way of saying this is that meat we shouldn't be eating, but I had meat yesterday, all kinds of meat. I had barbecue and I enjoyed it, and it's wrong. It's wrong. You hear me laugh? It's wrong. The grace that I'm praying to you guys for, the awareness that I'm asking you guys to have, is not even on the basis of you're letting your children dance like hoes, or if you're a man, you're watching a kid in lust, and that's not okay. It's not even that, you guys. It's bigger than that, because there are predators so huge out here, okay? There are predators so huge out here, and you've heard a little bit about it with the PDD and all that. But see, the PD and that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. And it is the spirit of our hearts that allow these things to happen. If the spirits of our heart are more pure, just on the basic, even without awareness of the evil, atrocious things that are going on in the world, our vibration of love, without even knowing the things that are going on, will raise up and force the world to be a better place. It could save some children in horrible situations without you even knowing. The power is in love, you guys. Our power is in love. Our power is choosing righteousness. Our power is having control of our minds. Our power is not falling weak to wanting to be included in doing bullshit for trends. Our power is in us. It's in us. Not the weaves, the lashes, and everything else. It's in us, you guys. It's in our hearts. This is going to have to be, it's going to be probably a whole nother season of whatever, because there's so much to say. But I'm going to stop this right here and just ask that maybe, please, you guys just take a moment back and look at your children's videos on social media. How are they dancing? Don't look at the likes. Just act like you're in heaven with God and look at your children's dancing videos. And tell me, is it really helping them? Is it really okay? Are you protecting them truly? The freedom of eyes, the millions, the billions of eyes that are free to look at them. Are you protecting your children? What are you pouring into your children? And then tap into yourself and see what it is that you have to heal. And I know it may be hard if it's molestation, but see what you have to heal so you don't pass that on as a generational curse to your child. We are the light if we choose to be. I love you more than you guys could ever comprehend. Please do not take these things that I'm saying to you about awareness and more in the future, because it's about to get real. Don't take it that I'm judging you. Don't take it that I think I'm better. I've done some things myself in my 20s and all this other stuff, you guys, okay? I've done some things myself. We will all do more things in the future because we're here to experience things and to pass challenges. But I'm just praying and asking that you guys seek some awareness. When it comes to your children, we have to balance this out. So when they get into line with a P. Diddy, they don't feel that they have to do those things because they've been doing those things to fit in and get a record deal, because you've instilled power within their heart, mind, body, and soul. Okay? Help them. Help them now when you think it doesn't matter. Oh, it completely matters, especially when they're children. What you pour into them now completely matters, and it will be in their subconscious for the rest of their lives, whether they remember the moment the lower vibrational, low self-esteem thing was implanted in them or not. It will be in them, and they might not even know where it is or that it's even in there for them to be able to find it, to heal it, so they don't fall weak to these toxic, horrible, manipulative ways that are placed upon the male and female in this world. Love your children for real. Love them, you guys, okay? I love you. Love yourself. Love everyone.
I am the voice of Charon, an almighty servant of God, okay? I love you. Love yourself. Love everyone. You are power. You are light. You are loved. Make sure you subscribe to the Voice of Charon Healing Podcast, where I speak about any and everything as soon as it comes to my heart. You are power. You are light. You are loved.
This episode is sponsored by Fearless Glory Publishing. Take the first step towards a life of true forgiveness and love with our best-selling book, It All Comes Up to Love, How to Truly Forgive via God's Source, our Creator. Order your copy today at ebook.almightyservant.com.